Hi, so I'm back with another Ants Hints video. We're going to pick up where we left off. So we just finished some hints for level 21, so we're on to 22. So this is pretty straightforward. Let me just play it. Let me slow it down. So you can see the ants are going in each of the four directions, and they're going through these ant colored splotches. Paint splotches. And so you'll notice these red ants, there's no red anthill, so you're going to have to use the paint splotches for those. So let's go back to the beginning. And so there's only three anthills, green, blue, and purple. So what you want to do is look at just look at each line going through. Let's say you start from here. These ants coming this way will go through the blue paint splotch, so it doesn't matter that they go through the green one first. They're going to end up going through the blue one. And so the only way to get the blue ants into the blue anthill is to come through the side. So either this side or from this side. So let's just start with those. So let's send those ants there, and then send them down, send them to the right, or sorry, to the left. Okay, and so you see them going down and then into the anthill. Okay, so that's basically what you do with all the ants. So that was 3 out of 36. You can do the other 33 in a very similar way. The red ones, you'll have to figure out whether you want to go through, which of these 3 lines you want to go through in which direction. But I would probably just do the other ones first and then figure out what's left and then figure out what to do with the red ants. Okay, so hopefully that won't cause you any trouble. So let's go on to level 23. Okay, so there's 6 anthills and 6 spawners. So let's just, here, let's see what's going through. Okay, these are all blue ants here, and these are all purple. Okay, so it looks like each spawner sends out 1 color ant. So let's pick a color. So let's just start with blue. So these are the blue ants here. So so you have a choice of using the blue arrows or the white arrows. I would probably start by using the blue arrows because or the specific colored arrows, because if you use the white arrows down here, or well, if you use the white arrows in general, you're going to end up having some conflicts because there's not a lot of space in this level to navigate. So for example, if I needed to send some other ants this way, they might hit the white arrows and be confused, basically. So if I can use the blue arrows, that would be better. Not sure if I have enough of those blue arrows yet, but we'll see. So let's try this. So blue this way, up, right, up, and right. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So the only issue with this level is going to be running out of space and running out of arrows. Other than that, it's fairly straightforward. So let's see if we could, well, let's look at the other colors. So purple, I think these are purple here, so that's pretty straightforward. You can just go to the left. Which ones were these? These were, I think these were green. Green? Okay, so let's look at green. So green, we'll just do green before we move on this level. So green, first of all, you only have 3 arrows, so that's not a lot of arrows. So you probably have to use some white arrows. So here we don't have enough green arrows to go all the way around. So here I would change this to a white arrow. So a little shortcut, if you haven't seen this before, you can just press this and then it turns white. And here there's only one way to go, so we might as well make that white. And then here, so you have a couple choices. We can take green, go down here, and then use a white arrow and go that way. Okay, so we're conserving arrows by using this white arrow for both the green and the blue ants. And well, I see a little problem here, a little problem here. You see it? Well, if you do this, then the purple ants, they're gonna, if you bring them this way, they're gonna go up here. You can work around that in a few ways. One way is to simply, you can redirect the purple ants down that way, but that uses up a lot of arrows. But yeah, maybe that's okay. I mean, I have to think about that. It might be better to go a different route, or you could take the green ants. So you could just say, well, that's just not going to work. I'm going to just use blue go this way. You can have purple go this way. Instead of having the green ants go that way, you can have them go the opposite way. You can have, oops, green ants go there, and then probably need to conserve some green arrows, so go this way, and then you can come this way. That's probably better. You'll probably have to play with that a little bit. But those are some general ideas for solving this level. All right. Let's move on to level 24. Okay. So here there's some leaves. You're going to have to collect the leaves to cross the water in a couple places. So let's look and see what color ants we have. We have yellow over here and a green ant there. Okay, and there's no paint splotches, so you know which ant goes where. So the green ant is going to have to go all the way to the green anthill, the bottom left, and the yellow ant will have to come down here. So can the yellow ant just come down this way? Now it's blocked off by the rocks here, and if it goes into the tunnel, it would just end up over here. So the only way to get to the yellow anthill is through here. So the yellow ant's going to have to pick up those two leaves and come down here. So we can just do that. Let's see, yellow. I'll just go pick up the two leaves here, and then like that. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. Okay, and into the anthill. Okay, so the green ant, anything tricky about that? So the green ant, there's two different ways you might try to go. So let's see, if you come this way, you can go through the tunnel here, collect this leaf, but then you can't get across the water because you need two leaves. So another way would be to come down here, go through this tunnel, exit out of this tunnel, but then you can't, go through this tunnel. If you go through this tunnel, you end up going through this tunnel and end up going right into the water. So you can't do that either. So how do you do this? So let's back up. So let's, I think you basically need to, I don't remember exactly, but I think what you need to do is go this way. I mean, pretty clearly you can't go this way because no matter what you do, if you go through this tunnel, you're going to end up in the water. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have the leaf because you'll just come and die in the water right here. So you have to go the opposite way, which means that you're going to have to get two leaves and come this way, okay, to get into the green anthill. And then you're probably wondering, well, if I do that, then how do I get the yellow ant over here? Well, there are 4 leaves. 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here. So I think you're going to have to send both ants over here. So you send the green and yellow ants through here. They'll pick up the 2 leaves, come here. The green ant, you'll get into here, and then the yellow ant will have to pick up that leaf, and then it can go back, pick up, and at that point, pick up another leaf. So, because you only picked up 2 of these leaves so far. So the yellow ant can pick up this leaf plus one other leaf, and then go back. How does it go back? Because it can't go through the tunnel, because if it goes through the tunnel, it'll end up here. So what to do? Well, so remember, if we went through this tunnel and ended up coming out of here, we'd die. But we can go the other way. So once the yellow ant's here, it can go through this tunnel, and it'll exit out of this tunnel. And then it can go through this tunnel, exit out of this tunnel, and then it can go up and then through here and into the anthill. Okay, so I won't do all of that, but hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so let's go on to level 25. So I just wanted to mention I created this level to kind of mimic the famous bridges of Königsberg. If you read certain math books, you can find out about it. But basically, these things here are supposed to represent bridges. But anyway, that was the origin of this level. So let's see. All these spawners have the usual pattern of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and there's these 6 colored anthills spread out on the different islands of this level. So it's looks fairly straightforward, other than you're gonna run into some tight spaces here in this center island. But let's see, let's say we go red here, blue, well, let's just do it in order. Orange, we can come up here. Let's see, yellow, we can just go all the way across over here, across this bridge. Green, up and to the left. And then purple. So there's a couple ways you can do this. We can, let's see, I skipped blue. So blue, we can go like this. Hopefully that's not taking up too many arrows. It probably is, but remember, there's ways that you can combine arrows. And then purple. So I would probably start just by doing the level like this, and then of course you're going to have to be more economical with the arrows because you don't have enough to do that for all the 3 different spawners. But that should get you started. Or sorry, 4 different spawners. Okay, so I mean, one of the things you could do, for example, is you could just use a white arrow here, and then you could have, for example, you could say red goes there, and then orange, you could wait until over here and go this way. And then even purple and green could still keep going up. So you'd get rid of all these arrows, and then yellow, you have 2 routes. You can go down to the right, or you can go up. So you could even take yellow this way and end up going through this bridge over here. So that's one way you could save on arrows. So okay, let's go on to the next level, 26. All right, what's going on here? All right, we have green and red, and that's it. Okay, you have to go all the way across to the top right. There's all these yellow ant traps that they can't get across. So, and then basically these are alternating, keeping out the green and red ants. So let's pick a color. Let's start with the red ants. So red ants can go this way, and then this way, and then there are these 2x2 blocks here that neither color ant will be able to get across. So you can't go through there. So basically just follow the green X's. Let's see. Go this way. This is probably not the optimal route, but can't do that. All right, there's no way to get through here because of this red ant trap. So let's try going down instead. Oops. We do this. All right, then we're gonna have to go around in a circle. Okay, like that, and then I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I'll speed this up, and yeah, there you go, all the red ants into the anthill. Okay, and then you can do something similar for green. Okay, next level, 27. All right, so you have some spiders here. The spider doesn't really do much over here because you can just go up and you avoid that. Same one with the one on the right, but this one in the middle might cause some issues. Let's see. Or can we just avoid it completely? I think we might be able to just avoid it. Let's see. So if you just say purple this way, and then purple down. So I don't even know if the upper section is necessary. Let's see. So these are your standard spawner patterns, starting with red, orange, yellow. And then, let me speed this up. Okay. So is there anything tricky about this? Well, I ran out of purple arrows, that's one thing. Well, this can be a white arrow, right? Anytime you have an arrow in a corner like this, there's nothing else, you know, if another colored ant comes this way, it has to go to the right, so might as well make that white. And then, so you probably want to do the same thing over here. This ant's coming down here, we go to the left. Do we have enough purple arrows? Let's see. Well, oops, wrong color. Purple. Oops, no tunnel. Oh, we have tunnels. That's another possibility. Tunnels. All right. Well, yeah. You could just have a tunnel here and a tunnel here. All right. Ants will enter here and come out here, and then go straight across. Purple, green, etc. So that solves your arrow problem right there. Okay. Hopefully that gives you enough to finish this level. Okay. Let's move on to the next level, 28. Okay. You might get a headache looking at this level. It looks complicated. But whenever I see these long strings of tunnels, I just think to myself, in, out, in, out. So, you know, when an ant goes, here, let me make these ants go there. Well, I guess those are the only ants. If the ant enters here, it has to exit here, and then it enters and exits. Enter, exit, enter, exit. I just go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, so once it goes in here, it'll go out here, then in, out, in, out, in, out, and they'll all go here. So let's make sure that's right. See ants going through the tunnels, and they try to go into the purple anthill, and of course only 2 of them are actually purple. Or wait, was it 2 or maybe it's more? 3. Oh, so this isn't our standard spawner pattern. There's only 4 ant colors, so we only get 3 ants in there. So how do you solve this? So let's see. So one thing you can do, here, I'll just show this to you just as a little trick. So if you wanted ants to come out of here, okay, remember we counted, you know, in, out, 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 in, out. Oops, I think I messed up. In, out, 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 out. Okay, and then it's going in there. So if you wanted the ants to ever come out here, you can basically just make them enter in a different place. So if they entered here, you'd get the same thing. But if you entered here, they're going to exit. Okay, so let's see. Oops. I forgot about that. So remember, when the ants go into a tunnel, they're going to try to go straight first. So we can't use that trick here. So let's see, is there anything... Well, we know how to get purple in. Okay. What about yellow? Okay. The yellow should be fairly easy because... let's see. Let me think about this for a sec. If you come across here, in, out, they'll just come out here. And you can't go back in to any of these ant hills or tunnels here because they'll just come out the other side. So what happens if they come in through here? Okay. So if they come in here, they'll go, it's basically similar to what the purple ants are doing. They'll go in, out, etc. all the way to the end. In here, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so yellow should do that. So we can take the yellow ants and go this way, like that. Alright, slow down a little bit, and then you see the yellow ants going down into the anthill. Okay, so that will get you half the ants, and hopefully you should be able to figure out where the blue and green ants should enter this set of tunnels to get to their anthills. Basically, you need to enter somewhere on the right side instead of on the left side. Okay, next level. 29. Alright, what's going on here? Got blue ants here. Red. Green. And these should be yellow. Yep. Alright, so let's just pick a color. Say blue. There's all these ant traps. So, gotta pick a route. So we could simply do this, for example. Let's see. Yep, so that's pretty straightforward. So basically just take each colored set of ants one at a time and just find a route. So red, fairly straightforward. You need to avoid all the paint splotches as well, but that's fine. There's pretty easy routes to get to each of the ant hills. Okay, so that's it for now. Hope that'll help you get through level 29. See you next time.